lot of people that want to buzz me for a lot of the damage I've done.
Yeah?
I just don't want to get in trouble for it again.
You've gotten in trouble in the past. What happened?
I got in jail a couple times.
But you still do it?
Hell yeah.
You're now listening to the AITB podcast.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of All in the Bag podcast. I'm your host, Myan. Today's episode is going to be a little different from usual. Obviously, normally I have a guest next to me, and we'll just, chop it up about a bunch of dumb shit, for the next 2 hours. This episode could not have happened without help from Hellcat. Big shout out to him. Love you, dude. He is in contact with Swerv, and so he reached out to Swerv and said, "Hey, man, you should be on the Homies podcast." And we did an initial call, me and Swerv. For those that don't know, he's in federal prison. He's been in for the last 10 years. And, we talked, and he was like, "Yo, I was watching a crime show on TV, and they were advertising the podcast." And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Because the reality is that, podcasts have really only become very popular. I mean, they've been around for quite some time, but really in the last few years, they've kind of blown up. And so he thought to himself, "Oh, I wonder if they make a graffiti podcast, if anyone's ever done that." And 2 days later, Hellcat's like, "Yo, you should be on the Homies podcast." So it kind of worked out. It was pretty interesting to hear from him. But so because he is in federal prison, he's only allowed 2 calls a day, 15 minutes at a time. And so this episode was it's basically a bunch of recordings that I've recorded over the last month. We've done multiple calls together, and so they're all edited and strung together to give you somewhat of a cohesive episode. Obviously, there's going to be, gaps and breaks because there were times where I wouldn't be able to talk to him for several days, or we'd get cut off just because once that 15-minute mark comes, they literally just cut you off, and there's just no ends, ifs, or buts about it. This episode was a little hard at first just because you couldn't really build that rapport. Normally, obviously, like I said, I have the guest with me, and so we're just kind of just vibing off of each other and shit. And, you get that back and forth. The thing with Swerv is that I would ask him a question, and because we didn't have that rapport, it would just be, just question and answer. What was nice was actually building the rapport over the course of the last month and recording this, and it was really cool to actually get to know him. And there were a couple times where, I have to work, or I'm doing a delivery, or I'm just driving around because of life, and he would call me, and I'm like, "Fuck, man," But that's the thing. If you call, that's it. Like, that's your phone call, So I'd be like, "Well, fuck, dude, like, what's up?" And so there was a couple times where we actually had conversations just chopping it up with each other just as human beings, not being recorded, not being like, "Oh yeah, graffiti." So it was really nice to actually get to know him just as a human being, and hearing his perspective on life and things like that, and his aspirations and dreams, when he gets out. So I'm going to go ahead and continue forward with the episode. Once again, this is just a bunch of recordings that I've basically pieced all together. And let's get into it.
This call is from a federal prison. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from... This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this call and all future calls, you may begin speaking now.
Yo.
Hello?
Hey, it's cracking.
Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Up.
Sweet. How you doing?
Cool. Chilling.
Sick, man. Well,
fucking phone lines was fucking crazy all morning.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I appreciate you making the effort.
Yup.
So since we have a limited time, first I just want to say, once again, like we talked yesterday, thanks for giving me the opportunity to document your story and having you on here.
Yup. It's all good.
So we have about 15 minutes?
Yup.
Okay, so I guess we just get straight to the point. We can start kind of towards the beginning. What kind of got you into graffiti, and what was really happening in the area where you grew up?
It was growing up in San Francisco as a kid, it was all over the place. And when I started to really take notice of it, 90, 94, 90, 93, 94. I was looking at it, but I really wasn't serious. But it's everywhere. So you just see it everywhere. You start drawing on shit.
Right,
and,
right.
But different. People like that I was hanging around too. Like they were into it, but they weren't really like I had a homie used to write foes, and a couple other cats that like I was telling you yesterday in juvenile hall. Like we were when I went because I'm really from San Francisco, but I went down and lived with my grandma in San Mateo County. That's how I got to be going back and forth,
Right.
and everywhere in between. So, but I did some time in juvenile hall and met up with these cats from South City, and they were we started talking about AMC, and we started crushing juvenile hall. Like we were
Because you guys were catching tags
down
inside.
in down in Hillcrest in San Mateo,
Right.
and from there it lost my I was kicking with them a little bit, but I started to do my own thing and started mess with a couple of different people. But like I said, I really wasn't taking it serious till maybe with my little brother Nave. He I went to jail again, and when I got out, he had moved to the East Bay to Hayward.
Okay.
And he started putting on a bunch of little people out there while I was gone, and he kept it going further because that was.
So at this point, you and Nave were already at AMC.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He started to fall to do what I was doing, and then he took it to the next level, and then we just we took off from there.
That's what's up, man. So, around what time you think this was?
That was all. I'd say about. He got into it around like 94. Like I was kind of solo riding out to the. I'd Caltrain out to the city. I'd go rack a whole backpack worth of shit from Michael's and go out to the city and take Caltrain and stay out there, ride my bike out there, stay out there all night till everything was gone out of my bag. And then early morning train, get back on the train, slide back down there, and creep back in my fucking window, go to sleep.
Yeah, definitely.
The whole night just out there crushing, and then but that was like 94, 95. Like I went to jail again, and to probably about like 99.
Okay.
And that's when Nave took it to the next level out in with the East Bay and started putting a bunch of people on out in the East Bay.
So, what time did you get out around that? Like in the early 2000s?
Yeah. Right at the end of high school, that's when I went down, and then from there he was already, like I said, going in the East Bay, and I had people that I was messing with out in San Mateo area in South City, like I was saying. So we'd
right.
It all linked together.
Yeah, back in the day when it was the Six Filthy, right?
Yeah, that was when it was. That's when the city was booming too at that time. Like that's why it was so much going on. You had Twist and all them dudes just going crazy. That's like Skirt and all them dudes. They were killing the city in the early 2000s and late 90s.
Right. Yeah. What was some of the writers that like inspired you to really get going that you were really looking to at the time?
Shit, Twist for sure. Skirt, MQ, like even them dudes from Renos and Reverse down from like San Mateo County out that way. But they were killing the city too. But like and then KUK, all the KUKs.
Yeah.
XL, Vic 20, Anik.
Yeah,
80,
all those guys were definitely killing it.
They were crushing it. They kind of set the tone for bombers, for real.
And that's definitely what you were getting into at the time, for sure, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Could you give us like a little history of like AMC? Because when I was speaking with Cower on the last episode, I was told, because I'm UGS, so I
This
know.
call is from a federal prison.
So yeah, so I know Ansky and Sauce, and they were telling me that at the time they were in AMC with you, and basically they were trying to get down with UGS. So they were just like, all right, we're gonna focus on this and kind of hand it off to you, and then you and Nave. And when did Faux Show come into the play?
Oh, he used to hate graffiti for real.
Oh
But
really?
he seen me and me and Nave doing it, and he was like, "Fuck it, can't beat him, just join him," type shit, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And but really it was Anchor, Joser, dudes from like South City,
Okay.
Orange Park area. Them they were like some of the first ones, you know. And then I ran with it. They kind of like they rocked for a little while, but I mean, shit. Check, like I was telling you yesterday, Check was ANC at one point.
Oh yeah, that's right. Check and Harsh, you were telling me.
Yeah.
Nice. How was like
but,
that? Did you paint with them?
No, that was before. I was really fucking with them.
Oh, gotcha.
But they kind of died off, and I just kept running with it. I ran with it. I actually ran into them too right before I came up in here. I ran into Anchor. He's like, man, he said he took that shit to the next level. Like, cause you know it was small. It wasn't real big like that. Like,
Yeah.
It was just like motherfuckers that used to kick it, but it turned into some big shit before I got wrapped up for this.
And right before you did that, you were really getting it. What, like, that was kind of what, 2011, 2012? Where did you go in?
The start of 13.
Start of 13. Okay. Yeah, because I remember you getting it super hard. You and like Sepper were really killing it.
Yep, Sepper, Wire,
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah, Wire's slowly coming out and getting it as well as seeing him getting up with Cower and Hot Rod.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's like a little bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Those like the dudes like was comfortable because I know we all paint the same way, so it was like and Oyster too, Oyster for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely Oyster. I'm trying to.
And then they started to bring Zaps around, and Zaps, I got a lot of love for Zaps and Slep been rocking since he used to rock before Slev. He used to rock cart way back, like he went to high school. He went to high school with Nave, so he'd been around since I'd known him since a little kid, you know.
I didn't realize that Slep and Carts was the same.
Yeah, no, not Carts from KS.
Oh.
Cart. He used to rock. It was way back, like before way back in Vallejo.
Gotcha. Yeah. So around that time, at like 2011, 2012, you man, you couldn't go anywhere in the Bay Area without seeing that SW. How did you come up with your name?
It was way back actually. Way back when I was younger, I used to steal my mom's car, and I used to crash it all the time actually. And my older brother and them started just calling me Swerv. So.
Oh, so you just naturally stuck with it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And then as far as just going with that straight SW, kind of what was the process in that?
I just, everybody likes to do their own thing. Like some people like to do big extravagant productions and pieces and all that stuff. Just cool. And, some people like straights, whatever. I just like doing SWs everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you're definitely more on the bombing hype. You're not, I mean, I definitely see you do your kind of straight letter burner style on freights a lot.
I've had a lot of time to practice. I've been working on it now. I'm going to get out and do some different stuff, but can't ever stop doing SWs.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're absolutely iconic. I mean, you still see them running to this day.
Yeah, hell yeah, people be saying, they see a truck roll up the freeway every once in a while.
Yeah, and every once in a while you see them on freights.
Yeah. Oh yeah, freights too. I love freights.
Yeah.
We used to crush some freights too out there and everywhere.
What was when you were when you first got out in like 99, 2000, what was like the Oakland scene at the time?
It was there was a lot of the Oakland's like probably dudes I remember seeing everywhere were Steve, for sure. I
This call is from a federal prison.
got a lot of love for Steve. Coles, I've been seeing Coles since I first started painting everywhere, all the way through the West Bay, and every time I go to the East Bay, everywhere. Who else is killing me out in Oakland? Man, and Dream had shit for sure way back when.
Right. Yeah, Steve and Coz are still getting it.
I know it. I talk to Steve every once in a while. He writes letters and he supports him everywhere. He definitely messed with a lot of us from the A.
Yeah.
Shit, he rocks the A. But who? And then I give it up to who was all everywhere when I was younger too. I used to see them everywhere. They were up like how me and Dave were crushing everywhere. Was B&B, Destin, Check, Trees, most them three, they were up everywhere. Like we'd go crush Hayward, boom, they pop up. We'd see us in Hayward. We'd go hit the town, boom, they'd be all over the town. They come through the city and crush the city. Them motherfuckers all over the city, like all down. Down the Caltrains, down through San Mateo and all that, South City, all that shit. They were up.
Yeah, no, definitely B&B, and they've actually recently put in a few new people, and so like it's slowly coming back.
Yeah, that's right. That's good. Yeah. They get it for sure. You know what? Too, I can't leave out Bager. Bager was everywhere.
Oh yeah.
East Bay.
Yeah, yeah. You don't really see him too much here in the Bay Area anymore.
I seen him. I hear he's in other. He'd be traveling.
Yeah, it's definitely. Did you travel at all when you first started?
Not really. I was so stuck on doing what I was doing that I didn't really have, all the. I just go out in my when I wasn't out there. What got me in here hustling, I'd be paying, but I didn't really have time to go out of town. Like I used to go out and I'd hit Colorado. I did travel out to Colorado. I was out there messing with Bayer and Pivot.
Okay. Yeah. What was the scene like back then?
Yeah, it was alright. It was kind of dead though. They had I think TKO had just got cracked out there, and they were kind of super on it, super buffing too out there.
Gotcha.
I went out there. Zank from LNO. He linked us up out there. We met up with him, and then that's when I first met Bayer and Pivot, and then me, him, and for show. We were crushing out there for a little while. Other than that, yeah, I crushed all the way up from Northern Cali all the way down to down past San Jose and all that area, all the way up toward Humboldt and all that shit.
Definitely. What was the thing that you like doing the most?
Trying to hit 5 different cities in a night.
Oh, damn, trying to go hard, huh?
Yeah. All right. Well, this shit about to hang up. You gonna be around a little later? I try to call back. I got one more call. I can't call for another hour.
I actually have plans after this, but do you want to maybe try tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. What time's cool?
I'm gonna be in my office from like 8 to 5, so I'll be here at the house, ready for a call.
Cool. I'll give you a call. It's about.
We were talking about how you were coming up with AMC and kind of like the 90s, and then when you got out of jail again, you were in the early 2000s, kind of get into it. But I did have a couple questions, that since you've been on the inside. I wanted to talk about like kind of like your style, and like you said when you come out you want to come out with some different stuff. Do you feel that now that you've had all this time to work on style that it's changed over time?
Yeah. I switched it up and came with some new stuff. Just because I didn't really I wasn't really taking that anything but S does, like serious. You know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't even tripping on all that. I was just trying to do a million SWs.
Right. You were more on the bombing hype. You think now definitely you're pushing yourself more stylistically?
Yeah, just to be well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? In all aspects of the graph game.
So do you think
I've always like my favorite thing is just a regular tag.
Right.
I think everything comes from that, but then you got throwies and stamps and whatever else. But that's like for bombing, like you gotta have sick hand styles. If you don't got sick hand styles, I mean that's like the base, the basis of graffiti for real.
Right, it's the foundation for sure. Do you think had you not been inside that you'd kind of be doing a lot of the same things?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I sitting around here, you got nothing but time, so I got through the hobby shop and shit. I got black books, I got canvases, I got decos in here, so I just been drawing.
Oh, sick. Is there a way to like, can people ship you markers or anything like that?
No, you gotta buy it all. It's crazy too, cause I've racked them my whole life, so having to actually pay for the motherfuckers is crazy.
Right. So is there like I don't know, maybe I can speak with some of the AMCs and maybe try to figure out something to like maybe get something on your books to get you more markers or something like that.
Yeah. Whatever is always appreciated and whatnot. I just sent about, I think maybe 6 canvases out. I sent them out to my because you got to send them somebody on your visit list. So I sent them out to my mom. She's gonna send them to Sep.
Oh wow!
See what goes there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I didn't realize there's things that you can create inside and then put them out. So maybe I'll speak with them and try to organize something. Maybe we can figure out a way to like kind of get some funds coming in back so you can do more.
Yeah.
One of the questions.
I was gonna rehash too, because after we talked yesterday, I thought about it, and you asked who kind of inspired back in the day, and like I was thinking about like there's a bunch of people, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I just gave a couple of examples, but there's so many, like, I mean, even Amaze, you know what I'm saying? And C4, old school C4, THR.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then you had like Hype and Ribbity. They were killing it. They were killing it with them back. They still kill it. Twix.
Yeah.
Hype. That's I got a lot of love for him. He's a homie.
Yeah, Hype and Ribbity recently been coming out.
Oh, again?
Yeah, I've been seeing him. Well, Ribbity's kind of been killing it for the last like year or so. I've seen him kind of pop up and seen a lot of those like Walker flow tags.
He was battling the buff. Same with me, and that's why I liked it, because when I'd be in the graffiti abatement program and they'd have us buffing out fucking they try to he kind of knew it was me or Seth, but he had us he'd always take us to the wall and have us just buff out the SWs or he didn't know who was who, but he knew, you know what I'm saying, Nino.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard about Nino. He was kind of like obsessed with graffiti writers.
Too. Yeah, he was.
So while you've been inside, have you ever met any other writers?
Yeah, I'm there's a bunch in here actually. They the dude well, my homie Maven SDP, he's in here with me. He just went back to Corp.
Okay, yeah.
Then there's a cat from LTS, Naimir.
Okay, yeah. I actually, you know what? I was actually driving this morning to drop off a delivery, and I saw a Maven rooftop.
Yep, yeah, he's in here with me. He's who else is in here? There's another cat from ICR, MSK, Gusto. He don't really rock. He's kind of old.
This call is for the federal prison.
Not Gusto from BTM, but
right.
Gusto from LA.
Gotcha.
He's in here with me. Then you have there's another dude too that he's affiliated with TKO. This dude Pardo. He's in here too.
Gotcha. So have you like kind of collaborated with them or anything like that, or shared styles to kind of like push each other?
Yeah, hell yeah. Me and Maven go back and forth. Like he's who I fuck with on the daily in here. But we pieced up on a couple of different canvases I got about to send out, and we crush each other's books.
That's awesome, man. That's cool that you can still find inspiration. Obviously, not having the best connection with the outside.
Hey, like not to cut it off, but they're calling this move right now. So you said you work till 5?
Yeah. You can give me a call back. I'll be here.
Yeah, I'll call back around 2 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, late.
This call is from a federal prison. You will not be charged for this call. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this call and all future calls, press 7. To reject this call, hang up now. You may begin speaking now.
Yo.
Yo, hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, my bad about that shit. I didn't know they called it hella early today.
Oh, no worries. What happened?
It was just a yard move to go outside and work out.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, we were talking about you connecting with writers on the inside. How's that been?
Yeah, I said it's cool. Like I collab with him on with Maven a lot. That's like I said, that's who I fuck with every day. We done a bunch of canvases and like I said, crushed it. People think his book's mine. I crushed it so much.
That's what's up, man. So, how long do you have before you're finally out?
I don't know. It says 2026, but I mean I don't know. They got all different type of shit going on, programs and everything. So drug program and all that shit. I don't know, but
right.
Sometime 26, hopefully.
Yeah. Any plans?
To stay crushing shit. I know that for sure.
Yeah. Definitely want to hit the ground running, right?
I start a couple different little try to get couple different business ventures going on.
That's what's up. So when we were talking about things that you were doing, in kind of like 2012 or in the early 2000s, do you have any like notable stories that you can think of that you had to go through, like some crazy chase stories or anything like that?
Yeah, there've been tons. The one I really remember was me, Cash, and Sepper. We were CHP station on where you get off on 9th right there in the city.
Okay.
And we were across the way, and we climbed up the back of this fire escape over there, and we were hitting his roof shot. And we finished, and we went about halfway. It had a huge fire escape on the back. We're about halfway back down, and this undercover comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "Stop! SMPD freeze!" Right? No, we're like, fuck that. We climb back on the top. By then, some people come out of the building. It's about like 2 in the morning too, but like I think he lived in that building. But they come out, and he's got the flashlight and his gun pointed up to us, telling us, "Come down." This and that. We're like, "Yeah, all right, whatever." So we're looking around the whole roof, and Cash finds a skinny little pole in the front of the building, and shit, I'm out on bail. It's fucking. We're just trying to. I'm trying to get out of there.
Right.
So he's like, "This is the only way down." So I jump and slide. It's like 4-story building, 3-story building. I slide all the way down this pole and fucking jump the last floor and get off, and then Cash hops down, and he gets on, and Sepper was the last one to come down because he went to go see if they were coming up the back fire escape. And as he's coming down, the owner comes out of or someone comes out of the building with a bat, like one of the residents, and like going around to help the fucking cop in the back. So Sepper's like hanging off of this pole above the entrance of this building, and these people are running out the back. So me and Cash run and get the car, and we come back around the block, and this little Sepper ran down the little alley, and he's hiding under this bus, and we cruise by, and we snatch him up, and first he calls us like, "Man, where the fuck you guys going?" And we took off and came back around to pick him up. And as we're cruising by, we double back by again, and they got the fire truck. They got fucking 3-4 squad cars, all of them going up to the roof looking for us, and we're just riding by. Fucking, it was tight on video too.
Damn. What do you mean? You guys recorded the whole thing, or like the cameras of
the
building?
the aftermath.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a pretty crazy story.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons though. Every day is something almost.
Right. One thing I did want to touch base with you. Obviously, you got a lot of time to think. We always try to push kind of like knowledge for youth. Is there anything that you can think of that you want to kind of like, put out there, like your wisdom for the younger generation?
Uh, shit. Stay off the internet.
Yeah.
That internet, people get caught up in that shit, trying to be tough on the internet and talk about this person and that person. Like, I never really been a fan of the internet. I didn't have no, I mean, Instagram was only around for like a year when I was out, but I didn't have no Instagram like that. I mean, I had like one, but it was just like, whatever, just stupid pictures. There wasn't even no graph, wasn't talking, like that. Like, all that, leave that shit. If you're painting like that, they'll see you in the streets. They'll know. You got people that are photographers and documenting that shit.
Right. And so there's
people get caught up in trying to be tough online, and that ain't it. Like, like I said, like people are in the street, you can catch them if they're in the street, like, 'cause you see them. I mean, whether you want to meet them, talk to them, whatever, fight them, whatever, but it's better to stay off that internet.
So outside of graffiti, what are things that really inspire you?
Trying to give back, not always take. It's not always take. You gotta give back. You gotta help people out. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunate people, because not everybody's got the opportunity to succeed out there.
Word, yeah.
And back in here too, like it, and just to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody always, now especially, everybody's all caught up in trying to get all this money and this and that, which is cool. That's the goal for real, but the right way though, not the wrong way. Because I'm sitting in here now all this damn time for what? All the money, everything you make, it ain't no good.
This call is from a federal prison.
You can't spend it on nothing.
Right.
I'm stuck in here like this, so it's all really for what?
Right, yeah. So you're actually coming up on it. It's been 10 years now.
Yeah, over 10.
And so, if you could go back in time and talk to yourself when you're 18 years old, what advice would you give to yourself?
I don't know. Probably paint more.
Yeah.
Paint more and focus more on painting.
Right.
And traveling, not staying in your same. Get outside the box a little bit, Travel to different areas, see stuff. 'Cause I don't know, I wish I would have traveled way more when I was out. I've been stuck in here, so that's why when I get out, I want to travel, see shit I haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? Being locked away in here.
Right. Are you trying to travel internationally? Is that something that's possible?
Yeah, we got a bunch of we got a bunch of people that are rocking with us out of the country. So I'm gonna go visit all them, and the homies been going. They've been smashing out to the other countries.
Yeah, no, AMC's been doing definitely a lot of international work. I mean, it is a world recognized crew now, and then a lot of that is really built off of the backbone of what you did.
But a lot of that credit goes to Sino too. Like, that's what the other day when I was talking to you too, you were asking who was really mobbing with us in like 11 and 12. Like, Sino was a big addition, and he made a lot of positive strides for us. I got a lot of love for him. I forgot to mention him the other day, but just because we were talking about who I really crushed it with, but Sino was he opened a lot of doors for us and still continuing to do it.
How does it make you feel seeing AMC? From when you started, getting involved with people in South City and whatnot, and AMC, and you kind of taking off with it, Nave grabbing it and taking off with it in the East Bay into what it is today. How does that make you feel, being a part of that legacy?
It's tight. I like it. I like it a lot. Like, now, like, I think maybe, because there's been like a couple different big runs. Like, the first one I talked about, like 99, 2000, 2001, and then I went to state prison and got out in 04, and then that was like a push. But then I went back and I got out in 07 again, and that was all the way up until this time I caught this. Like, that was when we were just growing, doing it,
Right,
paying
right.
a lot. Like we grew to at that shit at the time, like, and then we linked with the Dub for a while, and that too, like at heyday, we were like 50, 60 deep, like before all the TAKs and IBOs and all the WKTs and everybody, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
ATBs, everybody, like it grew to something cool.
Yeah, I was actually trying to do a little bit of research, because I mean, I've only seen your street work, so I wanted to see if there was anything type of printed stuff, and the only thing I could find was in 2015. Naver did a interview with Gus Allen, and he was talking free King Swerv.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He did. Like I said, I mean, I ran with it, kind of handed off when I went to jail to him, and he ran with it, and then kind of, he went to jail, and it was kind of going back and forth. But yeah, Nave was a big part of the growth for sure. All the way back to he had a bunch of people out in East Bay. Like he had Pressure. Pressure was one of the. Burn was another one out there. There was a even Firm from EMT. He was AMC for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's now doing bigger things with his clothing line and print shop.
Yeah. He had his little shop going when I was out. Got a lot of respect for him and Gozer too. Gozer's the homie too. They I heard they were doing a thing out there.
Yeah, I know. Gozer's definitely putting in a lot of work. He's doing some crazy huge murals.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're interested in doing?
What, murals?
Well, I mean, not necessarily murals, but kind of what you were doing before with your straight letters and bombing. Obviously,
like I said, I didn't. I stepped it up a little bit and been trying to, like I said yesterday, take it outside my element a little bit. Be well rounded.
Right, yeah. So you trying to learn that flow, right, and trying to get better.
Yeah, the homie Piers, and he was always trying to get him off a piece. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he was a big part of what was going on too out there. He was a close one. Him and Sex too. R.I.P. Sex. He was big on trying to get me to. He wanted me to start doing pieces and shit too. Like he was a big part in 11 and 12. Well, shit, like probably around 09, I think.
This call is from a federal prison.
He linked with us, and man, I got real close to him. It was a bad day when I found out he passed.
Yeah, he was definitely a huge mark in Bay Area graffiti. I actually just recently came across one of his pieces, and someone kind of side busted him, so I cleaned up his piece and try to make it as best as possible. I definitely can't touch his style.
Yeah, he was for sure. He was a lifer. That's dudes you know what I mean? That I like fucking with dudes that are rocking for life, not just a fad, not just a phase,
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, definitely rest in peace. I mean, I actually remember you were saying that you were talking about Renos and Revers. I don't know if you're aware, but Revers passed away.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy too, man. Yeah, he was. His hairstyles were crazy. Like him. Man, that's crazy. I just recently found out too. Like, I mean, because I read all these interviews and stuff too. Like, dude prints them out, and we were reading them. I didn't know for the longest time. Jade died too. I mean, Spesh. I heard Spesh died. I mean, man, that's just, we're losing too many.
Yeah, I think Jade actually passed away shortly after you went in.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that for this whole time. I just had read it in an interview. It was crazy.
Yeah, and about a year after, I believe, I think 2014 is Orphan passed away.
Yeah, I know it. It's crazy. Like shit. Just the A period. Like we done lost Sex. We done lost for show. Hint.
Yeah.
Yesem. AN. I heard AN just passed away. Mister from TAK passed away. AMC passed away. Like, man, it's too many, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely hard, being, I guess, disconnected and not being able to speak with those people, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's gonna hang up. I'm gonna hit you. I'll hit you back the next day or two. We'll keep going.
No worries. I'll be here.
All right, bro. Take care, huh? Have
All
a
right.
good one.
Yeah, you too.
Peace.
Late.
To block this call and all future calls, you may begin speaking now.
What up?
Hey, what's up, man?
That shit, phone was acting all weird and shit.
No, it's all good, man. I finally got you in. Sorry, I didn't even see that it rang. It just had a voicemail.
Yup. What's up with you?
Oh, man, crazy ass day and shit. For me, but how are things with you?
Boo, same thing. Same shit, another day.
Yeah, I hear that. Trying to think here. The last thing we talked about, we were talking about crazy stories. You know what? I wanted to ask you what about like the fresh paint video. Actually, was rewatching it again, and obviously that was, I believe that came out end of 2012, beginning of 2013. That was like right before you went in. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, that was that was tight. We a lot of us got in on that. That was Sino's work though. Him and his homeboy from Texas. They asked us to do the video. We were like, yeah, fuck it, help promote the paint brand. And we started. Me and Wire started it, and then we just like, fuck it, let's get everybody in there. We started bringing a bunch of people in. Shit, you seen it.
Right. Yeah, you had.
We were going crazy.
Yeah, it's cool saying Sapper, get it. Do I pronounce it right? Aigo?
AIGO, yeah.
AIGO, okay. Yeah, I definitely, I miss seeing his throwies. Those are quality.
Yeah.
What's funny is Oh, go ahead.
We brought a bunch of people, even Hype. A whole bunch of people were in there. Cash, Skaz, I think, is in there. Zap, I think Zaps is in there too, no?
Yeah, there's it's basically a lot of AMC lineup is definitely on there.
Yeah, it was tight. It was. I seen bits and pieces of it when I was in the county jail. Dude that got his phone up there, and I seen little bits and pieces of it, but I never really seen it yet.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's funny is we, me and my friends kind of have like an inside joke. I was in Korea last year, and I was painting in the rain with an umbrella, and they were like, "Okay, Swerv, calm down," and it's, it's kind of like an inside joke now.
Tight.
Yeah, you guys were definitely getting it. And the umbrella trick was very smooth to like kind of hide your tags.
Yeah, we did that a lot, and we went out and Wire's like, damn, we might as well film it because it was raining. We were like, we might as well fucking show them how we do it in the rain, and boom, busted out the umbrella.
Yeah, it was insane the amount of throwies that you guys got. What's that's another thing too, man. You have so many different styles of throwies. How do you approach that?
Just whatever I'm feeling. Ain't really whatever. I mean, if it's depends on what the spot is, you know.
Right. But I'm
Quick,
saying like creating them. Like what's your thought process on that?
They all kind of just evolve. Like if you go back to like the first one I came out with the little loops inside it.
Right.
All the way until and then it just kept evolving and more. It started adding and changing and bending stuff.
Can you think of like an adventure or like a really good memory that you had at a time that really stuck out to you that you like still think about to this day?
I got a couple. I got one. We kind of funny. We were out in Golden, Colorado, actually at the and we're painting me for show and Pivot, and we're riding around. I mean, we hit like 4 different train layups. We were all over Colorado. We ended up at that one. It's about like 2 a.m. We're painting. It was like the second line in. No, it might have been. It was the first line in, right off the road. And I'm going down the line. I'm hitting each train, and
This call is from a federal prison.
for show in Pivot. They disappear. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like tons of trains out there. It's almost like it's like the same thing. Like that used to be big, but so I'm painting and I keep hearing like rocks rustling around behind me. You know what I mean? And so I'm painting and I'm smoking some weed and I turn around and I see a fucking like a mountain ram. You know the ram with the curly fucking horn and shit. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? So it's like how a bull, you know, like stomps its leg and then it takes off. Like so, it's like stomping its leg behind me, like. And
so it was gonna charge at you.
I climb up on the ladder, and boom, it runs and it bangs into the fucking train, trying to hit me on the fucking ladder. I'm like, man, what the fuck? And so I climb to the top of the train. I'm sitting on the top of the train, and this thing is fucking down on the right. It's like right at the ladder, and I'm like, man. So I switch the other side, and I get to I find them, and I'm telling them, they're like, man, yeah, right, man, you're bullshit. I'm like, nah, I swear, that motherfucking ram. It was trying to ram me while I was fucking painting. That shit was crazy as fuck.
Were you able to finish your piece?
Yeah, I went back. I was just doing SWs all the way down the line.
Okay.
But I went back and yeah, I finished all that. But it was crazy. That shit disappeared. I tried to take them back to show them, and that motherfucker was gone. That shit was a trip, though. That was a time that sticks out.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty memorable.
I'm trying to think. There's a lot.
I mean, feel free to say as many as you want.
Let me think. Yeah, on the next call, I'll write them down and try to remember some good ones for you. Oh, matter of fact, no, that's right. My bad. I remember. Me and Oyster were painting on that little freeway in San Bruno right there between 101 and 280. What is it? 380?
Right, yeah.
So we're high as hell, and we had just popped a bunch of fucking e-pills and we're driving around just painting shit, and we see this, like, there's a security shack. They're building them. They're building condos or apartments and shit right there, right off to the right side as you're going up toward 280, and so we get off and we park right in the little construction area, and we're so high that we don't even really recognize the security guards in his shack, but we're like, yeah, that's a hell of a shot. So we hop out and start hitting the back of his shack that was right there on the 380 side, and homie comes out and he's like, we're like, just get the fill in. He's like, man, what? So hits us with a flashlight, like, what the fuck? So we hit the fence and we run across the freeway. We hop on the other side. By that time, CHP's already coming up the thing. San Bruno police. There's like 20 cop cars just everywhere. Everywhere we go, we're running and we're laying on the grass trying to hide, and then we're in this this business complex next door, and I climb up onto like the second level of windows, and there's like some plant pots, and I'm hanging up there. This San Bruno PD is like riding by, hitting us with the flashlight, and the CHP's like has the light going all the way up the road. Oyster, he's laid out on the grass and it's fucking dark. And we sit there for like, they keep coming by, hitting us with the light. They're hitting us, but they keep missing us. And we call Sestor and Pemex. And we're waiting on them to come get us. So they come, they snatch us up, and we get away. We go back, and man, I have about like 200 cans in this. I had this rental, like 200 cans in the trunk, fucking buckets of paint, black books, cameras, fucking everything, right? We come back, the whole car is cleaned out. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm sitting there trying to start the car, and man, that shit don't work. But the police had come, and they cleaned out the car, and we can't get the damn car started. They fucked with the fucking spark plugs and shit. So I'm thinking the car's dead, and by the time so I hit the security guard up the next day, and man, I'm like, man, what, did someone come fuck with the car? He's like, man, I don't know. Boom, pretty soon there's 6 San Bruno PD cars there. They fucking come, they take us, and it didn't end well. But it was a crazy story.
Yeah, that is pretty insane. I was actually talking to Says, and he was telling me one time that very similar. You were like on a roof hiding, and you called him, and you like kind of snuck into his place and kind of hid out for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, Says is, I got a love for Says. He still got my black book, matter of fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna bother him one of these days so I could look at it.
Yeah. Old one, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty crazy chase stories.
Yeah, it was crazy. We got away. We went back to get the car, though, and then they busted us the next day.
Damn, that sucks.
This call is from a federal prison.
Yeah, I'll try to remember some more and next time I call.
Yeah, definitely. Since we're limited on time, can you think of something that, like, outside of writing, just like a hobby that you like to do?
I used to go down and help my son with his on his baseball team, help coach his baseball team, and I used to play basketball, so I used to coach him and help him with basketball and shit too. Just hanging out with my kids is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it. It's been so long now. It's like, damn, they're all grown up. I've been gone so long.
Outside of like black booking, with on the inside, is there anything else? Any hobbies that you can do while you're inside that you like to do?
Working out and reading.
Gotcha.
Trying to better myself, so when I get out there, I got a solid foundation.
Right. Any plans?
Any what?
Any plans for once you come out? How do you hit the ground running?
Like I was saying the other day, I'm gonna start a couple little businesses and just travel. Once I get out this probation, I'm trying to travel.
Someone asked that, like, as far as the people that are killing Oakland right now, is there anyone that you've heard about that you're interested in, like, seeing?
What do you mean, as the homies or other people?
Just like other people, active writers that you've heard of.
I keep my ear to the street a lot. Like I know a lot of what's going on out there. Like I heard Camel and Fails are getting it pretty good.
It is insane how much Camel is, you could say a young Swerv. I mean, it is crazy how much he is up.
What's crazy is I was asking about him, and Acesso, the little homie Acesso, he said that I had met him before out, and we used to go to this rave on Wednesdays, but I can't really remember him. There was so many people at that time, but yeah, I heard they're putting in a lot of work. Well, someone else told me. Who was it? Young Peacoat. I heard Peacoat's getting it pretty good.
Yeah. He's a good kid. I've met him a few times, a long time ago.
Yeah, I just talked to him the other day.
Sick. Someone has asked, did you ever keep count of how many throws you've ever done?
Nah, but I wish I would have. I swear I was thinking about that. I wish I would have numbered them all.
Yeah.
It would have been tight.
Yeah. You think? Definitely, probably in the thousands by now.
This call is from a federal prison. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from... This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this call, you may begin speaking now.
Yeah. So if you want to just hop right into it, yesterday when we talked on the phone, you said that we could talk a little bit of kind of like some of the history of WKT and its origins.
Yeah. Shit. They've been around a long time. We actually got linked up with them in like 04. Dave and Yesem linked us together, and then they put us in, and we were rocking. And then I went to prison and got out in 07, and that's when started smashing for both the A and the Dub, and it was good. Like I got a lot of respect for all the OGs, like Cash and Yuck, Gus Allen. You got like 581, like all the originals,
Right.
Heavy and Sestor, like Messer. They were all like the first ones to cross over. Like we were doing like 6 at a time, like crossing over.
So you guys were having a crossover into AMC?
We spent a long time, Yeah, and the dub, and it was cool. Like it, like it was it's still cool. We just kind of broke apart, did our own thing. There's a lot of new cats in there and had different views on stuff. So there ain't no love lost. We're still homies. It's all good. It's just we ain't, we doing our own thing.
Right, right. And so right now you represent AMC, WKT, and LOL.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't really been throwing up the dub, but I mean, it's like I said, it's still love. It's really just AMC, LOL, ATB, and UTI.
I'm sorry, you broke up just a little bit in the last one. What was it?
And UTI.
Oh, okay. Like Under the Influence from like LA?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sick. How did you get linked up with them?
Through Skills.
Oh, okay.
OG Skills.
Yes, Skill just recently did something
And
on the Oakland
yeah,
tracks.
I just yeah, yeah. He had moved up there, and he had started noticing, and he got a hold of me through mutual friend, Rezik, and I was kicking with Rezik a lot at that time, and he asked if I wanted to be in UTI, represent UTI up that way, and then a couple other cats too he was mentioning, and I had just started like maybe about the last year before I got wrapped, I was rocking it, and then like I said, but they still show love, like they got me on the active roll call and all that down there. They like if I was out, I'd be smashing for them for sure.
One thing I wanted to ask you is, like obviously we talked a little bit about your plans for like once you're getting out and doing this. What is something that you've been craving for as food? That you're like, as soon as I get out, I'm getting this meal.
Pizza, real pizza.
That's what's up, man. Any particular spot that you remember?
The other day too. What?
Like,
pizza spot?
Yeah.
Shit, there's a bunch, but I like Extreme Pizza right there, right on what is it? I don't know, it's Harrison or no Folsom, right
Okay.
on Folsom right there. Oh, it's fucking that shit's fire. They're good. Round Table's always good, but
Bet.
my homie had a spot down there in San Bruno too, Toto's.
Oh yeah.
This call is from a federal prison.
Hey, the other day, you were asking me who I've been hearing about out there in Oakland, for
Right.
Smash in Oakland.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just mentioned some dudes over there, but I can't not forget the little homies that are smashing out there right now too, fucking Cower and Hot Rod and then Sneck too. I heard Sneck's been out there killing it. We were talking about a little bit about it yesterday. He's been rocking a long time, man. A lot of he's and I said he cut terms, I think, and was gone for a minute. But as soon as he get back out, he was smashing again.
Right. Yeah. No, Sneck's definitely killing it. I mean, when we were on the phone yesterday, I seen a Phil, a couple hollows, some tags. I was like, damn, all right, he's up as hell.
Yeah. He's been on for a long time.
Have you had any time to think about any other things that you'd like to mention on the podcast? Because this is kind of like your platform to tell the world your story.
Nah, I kind of like I was saying the other day, man. I mean, for all the youngsters still fucking just coming into the game, keep it just keep it in the streets, man. All that internet shit is either get you wrapped or get you fucking in pointless beef, and also do what you like, man. Do what you like smashing. Whether it's shit. If you walk around and do fucking tags all fucking everywhere, it don't matter what the hell you're doing. Throwies, pieces, burners, whatever. I mean, whatever you do it. Don't do something just because you think everybody, is I gotta do this, gotta do that. Do what you like, man. For real.
Is there any other art styles outside of graffiti that inspire you?
Any other what?
Any art styles? Like, do you like looking at portrait work, Renaissance, things of that nature?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that in here. You got the tattoo god, but you got the dudes that are drawing these portraits in here and these paintings, bro, is fucking sick, super sick. Like they got a lot of these dudes in here have been doing because they get canvases too, and they be doing it like pop art with all these crazy little cartoon characters and all this other shit, and that shit. These dudes are painting some sick shit with brushes.
Do you ever collaborate with any of them?
Sick. Not with none of them, but it would be kind of sick to have them draw a couple characters on the top. I never thought about it. That'd be tight.
Yeah, like when you're black booking or if you're doing canvases and doing collaborations with other artists.
Shit, the canvases would be dope. I didn't think about that, but that's some other shit too, because they got like I said, like some sick fucking characters out of these fucking books, and they'll pick one, they'll blow it up off the copy machine, and then they'll go and they'll put it on this on these canvases, but with just regular paint, you know what I'm saying? And it's pretty sick. Like, I mean, I showed them the decos and shit, and so they could fine tune their shit with the decos, but they don't even really use the decos. They're all brush. Sick shit.
Really? So they don't use like for example, if they're doing outlines rather than doing it with a brush, you get a nice clean line edge with a deco.
Yeah, I try to show them, but they some of them use it to edge their stuff, but they're so sick with the brushes that it trips me out.
Damn.
There's all type of shit though. They got the hobby shop is crazy in here. They got copper work, they got leather work, they got fucking everything. You know what I mean? But then they got airbrush. They got I try to get into the little airbrush shit, but they the line for the class is crazy.
The what for the class?
The line to get in is crazy.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, that would be like the closest thing to a spray can for you to get, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there any other trades that, you've learned or any skills that you've, searched and had time to experience while you're in?
Nah.
Yeah.
Gambling.
Word. Yeah. You have access to, like, dice and dominoes?
They got them here, arbitrary and shit, but it's like I said, it's hard to get in that shit too.
Right.
You got a lot of people that have been here a long time waiting, and then the COVID pushed all that shit back. So COVID's when I really started drawing more, because they were letting us get the canvases and all that shit straight to ourselves. So you sit in there and just draw and take your time and be cool at nighttime and whatever. After lockdown, it's cool. Sometimes I put on some music and draw these canvases, trying to pump these canvases out till about 1 o'clock.
How are you able to access music? Like, how does that work?
You get an MP3 and you download shit off the computer. Computer just got email and shit.
Oh, okay.
But you could download, pay for music too. It's like $1.50 a song.
Gotcha. You guys don't have access to like Spotify, for example.
Yeah, I wish. Shit, no, I wish they had some shit like that. They just got their own little company.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I was trying to think what would be the best way for me, like once I edit and distribute this, how you can listen to it.
I wish that shit would be tight.
Yeah.
But it's just they got their little company and shit. I don't really think they probably know iHeart or none of that shit. Spotify, whatever all them new companies are.
Yeah, you don't have access to like Pandora or like Amazon or nothing like that.
Nah, hell no.
Gotcha.
Nah.
Gotcha. What was like what was COVID like when that first started? Like how did that affect you guys, and how'd you deal with it?
It was bad. It was motherfuckers were dropping dead in here.
Fuck.
But it not crazy like that, but I think about 6-7 people died in here. And it was bad at first. Everyone we were seeing it on the news, but it wasn't really that big, and then it took off like wildfire here. Shit, I'd have had that shit 3 times.
Yeah, I had it
This
myself.
call is from a federal prison.
It's so close environment, you know what I'm saying? That it's destined to happen. It's like starting a fire in a woodshed. I mean, all bullshit aside though, I would have loved to have been out there. Shit, a mask all day, painting, crushing, nobody out, curfew at nighttime. That's a recipe for all city shit.
Dude, let me tell you, at the beginning of COVID, there was no one out on the freeways. I was able to get to Oakland in 15 minutes. I mean, I was sneaking into places. Dude, it was crazy.
Hell yeah.
You know, places that, you know, you kind of had to go in either super early in the morning or late at night. Now these businesses were closed and you can just get in and sneak in and hit a sick-ass yard and do a full-color burner and then walk out and, like, there's no one there to see you.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Like, I'm telling you, that's the other thing I hate the most is man, bro, that shit. I would have been crushing it. That's all I would have been doing. Ain't nobody out at nighttime. We got a fucking curfew in the city, so
Yeah.
you can bump. They said they were crushing the streets. They were doing fucking rollers and shit on spots that you could never really paint like that.
Yeah.
And then shit, and then also too, shit, I would have been pushing cart after cart in the start.
Yeah.
They weren't. They weren't even tripping.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they actually recently changed a couple laws and stuff like that. So now, like, police in San Francisco, it's become very lawless. And, like, no one's allowed to chase you or touch you unless, like, there's a gun. But other than that, like, most of the people can actually just get free and clear. It's crazy how the police just don't do anything. I mean, you can paint, and cops will just yell at you. And then if you keep painting, they won't do nothing.
Yeah, that's tight.
You know?
Shit. I hope it lasts. But I heard that in May it's going to be... They're going to officially end it in May, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it comes in waves. I mean, how have you seen, like, you know, San Francisco, San Mateo, Oakland? You've bombed the whole Bay Area from when you were getting it in '94 till, you know, about 2013. How have you seen it change? You know, when it's like super hot to like super chill.
Shit, I've seen the city go from all the way cool to super hot, to all the way cool to super hot every time I get a new DA. Like, and Oakland right now, they say I wouldn't even recognize it. But when I was out, shit, I felt like that's how it was when I was out. That shit was easy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
And yeah, I talk to Boiler all the time, and Boiler AITB, he says, man, that shit is crazy. It's easy.
Yeah, he recently reached out to me.
Yeah, that's what's up. I think it's gonna hang up, but I'll call you. I'll get my minutes back on the 13th. I'll hit you.
Okay, for sure.
All right, man.
All right, have a
Peace.
good one.
You were at work?
No. I was well, I am, but I wasn't next to the podcast equipment, and so now I'm connected to it. And now we're recording.
All right.
Yeah, we're good to go. What's going on, man? How was your weekend?
Cool, chilling.
Yeah.
Football game. Watch the Super Bowl and shit.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I always, I don't know. I always don't really, you know, to be fair, I don't know much about prison, so I don't know what you can and cannot do and, like, what access you have to the outside world.
Yeah, the shit's fucking, they open us up at 6 in the morning, lock us down at 4 o'clock, and then let us back out till 9, out all day.
Damn, okay. That's what's up. When do you get to Black Book?
Whenever. I just was working on the canvas earlier today before I went out to yard, but I got I usually do it at after 9:30 count.
So was there anything that you were thinking about over the weekend, or anything in particular that you wanted to talk about?
I was. I was thinking about the first day we called. We're saying about what kind of inspired them to write. Like, I know I was thinking back to this time when you remember when they used to have that Esprit building, Esprit, that it was that club. It was like it used to be like a girl's like clothes and fucking bags and shit or something.
I think I know what you're talking about.
On 3rd Street right there, along the 3rd Street, when they used to have all them roll downs and shit back in the day down 3rd.
Right. Yeah. You're talking about
way before the T-line and all that shit. It was all before they developed it. They used to have these roll downs that went all the way down.
You're talking about like Hunters Point area.
Yeah. Right as you're going up toward Hunters Point. But yeah, that shit used to be crushed. But one of them times I took off with a bag full of fucking cans and fucking was over there painting, and I ran into Chez and Des, the Destroyer, and they were some of the first dudes that I really could remember meeting. And we painted a little bit, but they were like they were out there doing some fucking huge pieces. I remember fucking watching.
This call is from a federal prison.
And then I ran into Adam too. And Adam was the same thing. He actually shot a motherfucker some paint. See me painting and came over and tried to show a motherfucker some shit. It was way back though, but that was some of the times that I remember.
What year do you think that was?
Shit, long. This is probably I want to say 97, 90, 98.
Now, you talking about Ches PFE?
Ches from ICS.
Oh, ICS. Well, maybe I'm thinking of a different Ches because I'm a huge fan of PFE Mob, and they're from like New Jersey. It's like Themo and Ches kind of came out here to the Bay Area in like the early 2000s, and like fucking killed it with like huge burners.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he might be. I don't know. I just know that he was living up toward Vallejo and shit up that way.
Okay.
I think somewhere toward that way. He was that time he was still cool with real tight with him and Destroyer were painting tons. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research on that because Themo, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but he did a production with Gozer in like 2009 called East Bay Hustlers in like I want to say kind of like the. It used to be called the Airplane Yard, but they recently buffed all of it. Yeah, so you know that spot's gone.
Is it?
Yeah, man. So like there used to be I don't know if you ever saw the huge musk roller where they're like on like train tracks and they're kind of like pushing one of those like seesaw carts.
Musket?
Yeah, and so like
Yeah. I'm telling you, I used to what's crazy is if you keep following them tracks all the way down, like behind the little like office buildings and shit down there. Me and Nave, I'm talking about way back, we crushed that shit. We were like some of the first ones to hit that fucking wall, and then I went back hella years later, and the whole was fucking killed. I was like, fuck, that shit went into that shit. It came into a fucking sick ass spot after a while.
Yeah, that's all gone, man. Two companies bought the two factories nearby, and then they completely buffed all of that history gone, and then the entire track and fence area is all fenced off now.
Yeah, crazy. They got to be painting it somewhere along the fucking over there.
Yeah. If you follow those tracks, there's a couple spots in that kind of area or whatever. There's like the Cookie Yard. I don't know if you remember the Cookie Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. Those are like the same train tracks if you follow all the ways down all those areas. It's just like some of it is gone, some of it isn't, you know.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I actually got chased out of there before.
Oh, really?
Got away, but I ended up all the way over there by the what is that, 92 San Mateo Bridge over there. I was hiding out down there off of fucking 92 out by the water and shit out there one time.
Oh yeah.
You know right when you get off you're coming off the bridge and they used to have that little factory to the right there. It was like run down. People used to hit the roof right there.
Yeah,
on the right hand side.
People still hit that factory.
Yeah, that shit. I was all the way hiding over there. They had
oh, you're talking about like
and shit. It was fucking rough.
The huge water towers and stuff like that where you could kind of paint on the inside?
Yeah, all the way over there.
Yeah, so all of that recently got crushed too. That's all. They just got rid of it. It's all flat, straight gravel.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots.
This call is from a federal prison.
A lot of times gone by. All that shit's probably different.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Do you remember the Treasure Island High School?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gone too.
Is it the pool and all that shit?
Yeah, that's all straight cement now. Just foundations now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's been unfortunately destroyed, like the silos in the city. You know, recently got repainted and redeveloped, and
the old tie thing.
The tie warehouse is gone.
Oh no, not the tie one. The other one with it has a ladder going across. It had what they used to call it, the Sec-Wanto building. I think Sec-Wanto were on there.
Yeah, you're talking about Thunderdome. So, Thunderdome it's still there, but it's like fully sealed off in security and like.
Yeah, the federal police hit up me and Sepper come out there one time. We got stuck in there like, and it was like dark, and we couldn't fucking figure out how to. Both our phones were dead. We couldn't figure out how to get the fuck back. So we were using my camera to find the way back with the light, fucking to get up out of that motherfucker.
Damn.
That shit was crazy.
Any other crazy chase stories that you can think of where you're coming out of a spot?
Shit, there's fuck. Oh, I mean, I said I don't really, I can't really, I never really got. I mean, shit, almost every night we got chased. I can't really.
Right. It becomes too much, right?
From the Richmond freeways, every other time we were out painting out there to painting down in Hayward, all those spots, all those Bugs Bridge and fucking that one little spot of 580 up there under the freeway overpass.
Mm-hmm.
I think it runs in. If you keep going, it comes out at Bugs Bridge right.
Yeah.
All that shit. Got chased out of the canals over there before, and shit, just a lot of them. Like shit, I even got chased out of before.
Really? Yeah, I actually got chased out of probably like 6 months ago.
Yeah. Oh, it ain't cool no more, huh?
It's just like graffiti, like anything
else. It's all about
right?
timing with that spot.
It comes in waves. There's it'd be hot for 6 months where people are looking at it, people forget about it, and a year later it's fine as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been a veteran in the game for a long time. You know when spots get hot, and you're like, all right, I'll just forget about it, and then you're like, oh, let me go revisit it and be like, oh, it was fine.
Shit, speaking of the tie yards and tie warehouse, that used to be one of my favorite spots. That shit was chill.
How often would you go there?
I used to go in there because I always was trying to look for. We usually battle somebody or something. We should go out to that to the zoo too. That pool at the
SF Zoo. Yeah, that's gone too.
Yeah. Oh shit, fucking. They're all just old spots. They were cool spots though. Like I used to like going to flicking the tie warehouse. Like fucking Gray and fucking Josh. They used to fucking they had that shit fucking
laced up.
They had some sick shit in there. Yeah.
Do you have any of those photos still?
Yeah, I got a lot. I got a lot of shit. I got a lot of. I used to like flicking in the East Bay too. Fucking Percept used to be sick. He used to have some sick shit.
Yeah, he would do some crazy rollers for sure.
Yeah, man. And then you were asking too a while back who I used to see a lot too. I can't forget guys and Narc. They crushed it.
Oh yeah.
At one point. They had it on everywhere. They were all Bay.
Yeah, he's actually coming back out again.
Guys?
Yeah. Well, no, Narc.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last couple.
Yeah,
months
they were some of. I actually like seeing their shit. I even like seeing like a hell out of towners. I can remember when they came and crushed like Jaya and Cycle from New York. They came out and fucking ripped it up out in the city for a long time when I was young. I remember, and then he always had all the old school Frisco heads, Skew and Twick and Apex and Myan and shit. They fucking killed it. I've seen them since I was a little kid.
Right. Yeah.
I can remember too when KR and Felon came to Frisco, and they fucking rocked it. Yeah, you had Reminisce too, but KR was one of my favorites. He's when they say tag styles shit like him, I like his shit and I like his shit, but I like the old boy too. They said that he used to be he's in a lot of old school Oakland pictures too. NM.
Oh yeah. He actually lived out here for a while. I think he recently moved away.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because I recently read his interview and he gives it up to a lot of Oakland writers. And then I started seeing him in old school flicks and shit. I got a lot of fucking books and magazines. Me and Maven be ordering that shit and fucking just looking at them.
Oh, so you're able to order books?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm trying to think of like ways to like send you stuff.
He had an old school. We got an old school magazine. He got it in that One Track Mind.
Okay. Now, are you able to like?
Shit in there.
Are you able to like surf the internet and look for publications, or is it
fuck no, hell no.
So it's like a specific
but you know
company?
another sick ass book that he had just recently got that I really like reading was that Flip the Script.
Oh yeah.
That Flip the Script. There was a lot of people that I like in there. I seen a lot of hand styles. It's tight. I like when I was out. What's his name came into the Bay for a while and killed it. With the homie Hype. Pear.
Who was that?
Pear.
Oh yeah, Pear. Yeah.
He
NSF.
came out. I like what he was doing when he came out. He rocked. But I seen he's all over. He's I think he's really from Washington or somewhere. Washington D.C.
I'm not sure specifically. I know he's not from here originally. But like yeah, he's all country.
Yeah, he's tight.
Yeah.
Like his shit.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I looked up to when growing up in high school, like Leche, GTB, Hindu. All these guys are kind of coming back out and like really killing.
Oh yeah. What you said, DTB?
GTB, like.
Oh yeah, GT. Oh hell yeah, Depots and shit. There was a lot, even old Bonsai, fucking later GTB, but Depots like there was I can't really think offhand, but there was a couple.
Yeah, like Sybil.
Sybil, yeah, Sybil was big.
Yeah.
Like, he used to get it. He used to get it in.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to get a hold of him to get him on a podcast.
Yeah, I used to like his shit. He was he had some hands.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it.
Speaking now.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up with you, bro?
Oh man, busy week.
Are you?
Yeah. I do sign painting and like murals and stuff like that on the side, and so I just got like a bunch of commissions that I need to work on.
Well, you're doing a mural right now?
No. I'm here at the. I'm prepping for the mural. I'm actually painting a boat.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. This guy's doing a tribute to his wife had passed away.
Oh, that's fucking. Well, that's not tight, but that
well,
sounds
yeah.
sick. The boat.
But the opportunity to paint a boat, right? You don't get that too often.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
Shit, I was painting the Richmond warehouse one time, and we fucking there was a big ass boat parked right there. We fucking ran out there and did fucking throwies on it before it pulled off.
Oh, so it was like someone else's boat.
You know, it was like a ship, bro. It wasn't even like it was like a big ass fucking ship.
Who'd you do that with?
Fucking Slep, and I think the dude Psych.
Damn. Did you get any pictures of that?
I think we did. I painted a lot of fucking crazy shit, bro, for real.
Yeah. What's some of the crazier stuff that you've painted?
Shit, we got. I hit an airplane. It was like broke down, but it was out in the middle of the cuts. I rocked that fucking ship. I rocked fucking. We rocked that fucking SFPD fucking paddy wagon.
That's awesome, man. With the boat, like, how did that? You were just at the warehouse and then you seen it, and like, were people already in it?
Yeah, we were. Well, you never went to that. You never hit that Richmond warehouse.
Which one?
Like,
you talking about like Richmond, California, or like the Richmond district?
No, Richmond, California.
Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Out by the water and shit, by that little park, like dog park, I think.
Right, yeah. No, I've definitely painted that spot before, a couple times actually, but in recent, you're talking about Point Richmond.
Yeah, Point Richmond.
Yeah, that spot's hot as fuck now.
Is it?
Yeah, well, because there was two abandoned boats that were left outside, and people just bombed the fuck out of it, and like, you know, I mean, it's like, you do that shit on the outside and people obviously can see it, and then it's just like, now it makes it hella hotter for everyone else to go in on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck.
That fucking ship though. We pulled up over there and we painted it a couple times. Like, so I look back and the view's blocked. I'm like, man, what the fuck is that? So I get out there and I'm like, oh shit, there's a fucking boat, a fucking ship. So I tell them to hurry up, and we fucking get out there and fucking rock that shit, and fucking shit was tight. We rocked. We actually rocked. They had this. When the Giants won the fucking World Series, we rocked fire truck, SF fire department. But it wasn't like a regular. It was like it had like roll downs on the fucking on the.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It's more like the EMT one.
Yeah, hell yeah. We fucking they chased us up the fucking mission on that.
Damn, that's crazy. Real quick with the boat, were like people already on the inside, or like it was just docked, and then as soon as you were done, you seen that shit take off?
Well, I don't know. I just know that we hit it, and then we bounced inside, and as we were inside fucking around painting the warehouse, that motherfucker pulled off. So they had to have been on it.
Damn, that's
crazy. It was just docked right there. It was just tied up in the back of that motherfucker. It was kind of crazy.
Damn, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then what happened with the so going back to the SFFD, you just hit the roll downs on the sides, and then were the firefighters inside there or nearby, and they're like, what the fuck?
No, they were, because it was chaos in the streets because it was fucking.
Yeah. So that's 2012.
12. So me,
This call is from a federal prison.
me, Sepper, and I think Hype was with us, and John 5 when he used to rock Tissue.
Oh,
We
okay.
fucking all of us were fucking crushing that shit on both sides, and these fools come down and running down the street in full gear, like, "Hey, what the fuck?" Fucking took off, fucking. The shit was crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts, man. Yeah. And then with the plane, was that just like an abandoned plane, or like it'd been broken down?
It was out. We were on the way up to Humboldt, and
okay.
it was just like fucking on the side of the fucking freeway, and I looked back and I was like, man, look at that fucking plane. Looks like, because like it was like a wheel off, and it was kind of like on its side. I was like, fuck, but that's a fucking plane. Fuck it. We'll get out there. It wasn't like as small as like a Cessna, like one of them smaller planes, but it was a little bit bigger than that. We fucking got out and did fucking throwies on that shit.
That's awesome. Have you, did you ever see it after that, or did anyone flick it or anything like that?
No, I don't. We didn't even. I don't think we flicked the fucking the plane, but the boat somewhere's in. We got pictures of that shit somewhere.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Going up to Humboldt and stuff, you ever lurk any of those like crazy spots out there? Not even Humboldt, but maybe even going towards east, like Reading and all that.
Well, they got there's we crushed a lot of that shit out there. Like a couple of dudes we were beefing with from the North Bay. We caught a bunch of this shit under a bunch of them bridges on the way through Santa Rosa. Then when you get up and you go, I can't think of what the fuck it is, but it's a hill where a train drives through. It's got like a train that goes through the fucking hill, and then there's like a little river and shit right there too. I can't think of it's off the 101, but I can't think of what city or town it is. There ain't nothing around. It's all like outside, but you go into there, there's like tons of spots under the fucking freeway right there.
Damn.
Yeah.
You mentioned.
And then Santa Rosa's got the fucking canals and shit right there, so we used to hit those.
Right. And so you mentioned you were beefing with people. Can you tell me like any stories that you had that you actually like met up with people or who you were funking with at the time, going over people, shit like that?
I mean, just some irrelevant people, bro. That ain't fucking really even worth fucking giving no fucking love to. But that just comes with it.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Like we were like the Dub had a lot of fucking beef for a while, so we kind of inherited that while we were rocking with them for a while.
Yeah.
We were smashing with them, and then but we some of that still kind of carried over after we split, and then but most of that shit, I think most of that shit's over with and dead now. I think
yeah, been years later.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you see some beef, but it doesn't seem like there's really much anymore.
No, a lot of it is just hate, you know. I think like motherfuckers get tired of seeing shit, so they just motherfuckers that are up, they try to get some fame, try to hop on and get some clout from fucking battling motherfuckers that are up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, battling is definitely different from what it was back then. I don't think people battle anymore, really.
No, it's like because I mean most of the time we're trying to pull up, see what's up, like you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, shit. Obviously there's something wrong, so there's some type of issue. Like it's better to just get it out the way. But most of the time too is like I mean whenever I was catching beef or hate or whatever, like I mean. When you see them, the energy all changes. You know, it ain't. Now they're not beefing. They don't want to beef anymore. I'm like, yeah. What happened to all that tough guy shit on the internet and all that? You know.
Right. Exactly. Once you're finally in person.
Yeah, it's like handshakes and hellos. Like, oh no, that wasn't me. My boy was saying that, or you know, like some.
Yeah, a lot of backtracking.
There's an individual I done met up with a couple times. Like one time, me and Sepper caught him at 850, and we were actually
inside
we were
850 Bryant.
Yeah, at going to court.
Okay.
And I was like, man, what's up? Let's slide out to the back and or let's you know what I'm saying, we'll wait on you, bro, and we'll go hit a cut and fucking handle that shit real quick. And motherfucker fucking just, oh no, it wasn't me, and you know.
You didn't want to get the 2 piece and a biscuit.
A couple years before that, about 5 years before that, me, Yesem, and for sure, we were at a graph show on Minna. Caught him again, and he was talking about, nah, I'm trying to pay with you, bro, this and that. So it's like, I mean, it on the internet it looks good, you know, but in real life, they don't keep the same energy.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've never really had funk with anyone. I just had one guy talk shit to me, and I was like, where the fuck did that come from? You know, like I've never had no issues with you. And he, oh no, it's all good, bro. You know, but like once I was like, man, fuck you. You know. So
yeah.
I mean, I'm not a
This
tough guy.
This call is from a federal prison.
I'm not a tough guy.
A lot of people want to portray an image, but then when it comes down to really, you know what I'm saying, seeing what's up. Yeah. They don't know.
No, I agree with you. I think definitely people need to stay in their lane, and you know that's why I don't. Like I said, I'm not a tough guy, and I'm not like a scared to say some shit like that. You know, like I'm not like a pussy. Like it's just not me. But it's just one of those things. Like I don't want to deal with that shit. You know. But then people act like that. They're fucking bolo.
Yeah, I mean,
they're super big and like I'll beat someone's ass, and then when it comes to it, they don't do shit.
Yeah, hell no. Like. The same dude I'm talking about that I caught him a couple of times. I guess Steve and Zaps caught him another time since I've been gone at I guess the Jacka before he died. He had a little show.
Oh yeah.
And they caught him there, and I think they might have got it on tape. I don't know, but
obviously I can edit. I can edit and beep anything off. But are you talking about?
No. No.
Okay. Just because. Steve was telling me fucking that he caught him one time, and I actually, you know what, it was him and Manos, I believe, and they fucked that fool up. From what I heard, they did him good.
Yeah, they caught him a bunch, bro. Like I said, that's why I ain't really trying to shout out no names on here.
Yeah,
but really,
I can beep out all their names.
The one I'm talking about is he's from San Mateo County. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. No, he caught me off guard one time with like 3 dudes, and it was like me against 3 dudes, and he was like running his mouth, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I've never had any issues with you. And he was like, all right, well, don't touch my shit. I'm like, I never did to begin with, but if you want to be, the big guy with your 3 guys behind you and corner me, and then it's like, man, let me just get my sandwich.
Who, the one that the dude I'm talking about?
Yeah.
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 The pussy.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah. But anyways, yeah, like I feel you on that. There's no reason to give those people that shine.
And it's, I mean, like, all bullshit aside, like, he's been around a long time, and, he's put in work too, but if you're a bitch about it, you're a bitch, like, straight up. Like, I mean, that's all it is, like, multiple times, and he still wants to holler shit on the internet, and this dude's that, this dude's that.
He's still doing it.
Well, I mean, where's the, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no foundation for nothing that you're talking about, so it's, like, irrelevant,
Yeah, no, he's still doing that to this day, and I just don't understand it, but, like, I just don't pay attention to those people no more. I just block them and just, keep it pushing.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, fucking A, man. But it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah,
that's a part of graffiti, though. There's a lot of crazy people. It's a lot of different personalities and shit. It's a mixed batch.
It's always like a power struggle, and also there's only so many good spots, you know what I'm saying, for a certain area. So
Right.
people are destined to, at least battle for a spot, which is cool. It's part of the game. But then they take it to every spot and all over, you know what I'm saying? And that's when it gets to whatever it gets to. But
Right.
like battling for a spot, that's cool. Like it don't really beef if you're just going back and forth for a spot. Like you're just battling for the spot, that's respectable. But
Yeah.
I said when you start going everywhere else with it, then it becomes a thing,
So if someone went over you at a spot, you'd be able to shake hands with them after, like, all right, you kept getting it, or like versus someone that's going all over all your shit.
I always I go by how I was taught, but the real is the on that video, on that infamy. They break it down right there, and that's what I go by. Same shit. A tag, a outline goes over a tag, a throwy goes over outline, a straight goes over a throwy, a piece goes over a straight, and a burner goes over. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, if you want to get technical, a huge fucking wall roller or something, you could, some people go everything with that, but. I mean, that's like the rules. You know what I'm saying? That's like
yeah. No, I hear you. If you can burn it, you can have it.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
Hey, it's about to hang up. You gonna be around tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. I'll hit you.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Peace.
you too.
Don't trip.
Yeah, you caught me in the middle of an interview.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm calling at the wrong fucking time.
Nah, it's all good, man. It is what it is and shit. Now that I left that company, I have to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna pay rent. So I had an interview yesterday that I think went well.
That's right.
Yeah, but anyways, fucking yeah, man, fucking got to send you off right. We've collected a lot of information, a lot of history, a lot of your looks on things, and I know you wanted to shout out your homies and send everything off for this final part of the podcast.
Yup. Yeah. I just wanted to, like I said the other day, just wanted to give it up to all the real ones that kind of fucking were there for me and held me down this whole time so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And both of us that kept the A together. I've been gone and got some good homies in the solid crew.
Yeah,
Took
definitely.
Most of the time to see through the fakes and the phonies, bro. And like, first off, Nave, Ace is up. He knows what's up, Since the start, fresh and all the first homies from Hayward and the East Bay. And then, the homies have been holding it down. The newer, the last and the most current wave. Slep, Zepper, Zaps, Oyster, Wire, Sino, Dub, Skez, Boiler, Snack. Everybody's been getting it out there, Even the homies that kind of took a back seat for a while, but they're still come and go, Acesso and Bake and Recco, Assume, Piers and Cash, all the Dub homies that still rock with us, Yuck and Destor, and the Piers and the new homies, Cower, Hot Rod, and some of the older homies too, like Obex from CA, but he rocks the A, Steve and Quote, Gist. Trying to think of who. Trying not to forget nobody. The homie that they put down from San Diego, Truco. Then you got all the foreign homies too, like I was telling you, XO, Cable, and Russo.
Right.
The international homies, rock, holding it down in their little sections. Ecuador, Guatemala, like I was telling you.
Yeah.
Like that's.
This call is from a federal prison.
And then I can't forget too all the homies that died.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Big Bro, for show, Sex, Hint, Mister, AN, Yesum, Keith, Terms, and whoever else. If I forgot them, it is what it is. But that's mostly the active homies.
Right.
Dig it too out there in Texas. Yeah, I think that's all of them that are still rocking. But Skez, can't forget Skez too, even though he's going through some things. Still the homie, still rocking.
Yeah, that's
pretty much it though, man.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? It's like it's officially been 10 years, right, with 2023, and I'm sure it's comforting to have those people still in your life and still rocking with you in some way, form, or another.
Yeah, you like I was saying, shit, before for show died, he was telling me, after 10 years, I got more than 10 years. He said after 10 years, you're gonna see who the real ones are, and fucking whether it's because of money or broads or whatever, fake ones fall off and the real ones stay strong,
Right.
They got their lives going and they still, whenever Muffin reach out to them, man, whatever you need. Like most of them, like Slep's like really, he always tries to make sure motherfuckers, look out or whatever. It was cool. I don't even ask him. He just look out, Like that's like, you can't really go wrong with that, dudes like that, it's good to have people like that in your life,
Definitely. Word, man. Is there any I think we talked about this last time, but just to reiterate, any final words for the youth, knowledge that you would want to push out there to kids that are coming up, in similar style?
Like I said before, stay off that fucking internet, man. If anything, I can say anything. And then the other thing too, I was thinking about is see, there's a new wave. Everybody wants to be on IG and link up with everybody and this and that. Like, Graph's supposed to be anonymous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to meet people and you see them in the street or whatever. You meet them like that, it's cool. But meeting people to go paint with them online and this and that, like, kind of like, I don't know. To me, I'm from when it was supposed to be anonymous. You're not really supposed to, know who's who and what's what. Like, if you find out, you see them in the street or catch them painting, that's the only way we ever used to find out. Now it's like, motherfuckers just go online and just try to paint with everybody they can paint with, and that ain't it,
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I obviously running Bay Area Graffiti, I've talked to hundreds, if not thousands, of graffiti writers throughout the years, but definitely the people that I keep in touch with are the people that I bump into inside a spot. Like, damn, you're really in these streets,
Yeah, it's like, that's like, to me, that's the way it was, or like now, if you link with people through other people that you fuck with and they fuck with them, that's cool, but like, just going online, just trying to paint with any and everybody, like, that ain't what graph is,
Right. Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Yup. Yeah, you know what too is, I can't forget the latest, the next up, P Coat, H Cat, and Do Work. They're gonna be coming around too.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's good to see that the crew's still growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Just a couple more years. Obviously, crossing fingers, and then we can talk on the other side.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like I said, it's good. We're gonna link, Bo, because you got the platforms and the know-how on some shit. You know what I'm saying? I got some ideas, so we'll definitely collab.
Yeah, for sure, man. Once again, I can't say it enough. I've looked up to your graffiti for years, and obviously being UGS and talking to Says and hearing stories about you, this and that. Obviously, you've kind of been a bigger personality in the graffiti community, and so to document your story.
This call is from a federal prison.
It's
tight.
I appreciate the opportunity.
It's always good to meet some real ones, bro. Like, hey, I definitely too. Like, shit. I mean, we'll have to, be tight is to maybe get a sick ass fucking production together.
Yeah, man,
AMC
I'd love to.
UGS maybe.
Yeah, that'd be super sick. I mean, those crews.
It's all love. Motherfuckers got love. UGS. I was talking about it yesterday. I was actually talking to Obex yesterday, and shit, he was saying, he's I think he's my age. He might be a little older than me, a couple years older than me, but he was saying, motherfuckers, UGS been around, bro. You know what I'm saying? They always, whether it was tags, pieces, fucking burners, fucking throwies, just, you always, since I've been writing, I've been seeing UGS. So I give it up, bro. I got love for UGS.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
Hey,
yeah.
whatever happened to Cy, bro?
Oh, Cy's still getting it, man. Fucking Cy, he was in for a little bit. He did a couple years, and then when he got out, he had to get his shit together and get a job and
Yeah,
get
he
back
was
in
off.
the
He got off the hook
situation.
for a while.
Yeah, so yeah, no, he's actually not in the Bay Area. He's on the outskirts, but he's fucking killing freight like no tomorrow.
Yeah, he always did. He used to rock the A for a long time too. But him, he was real tight with Nave. Him and Nave got into it.
Word, yeah. Cy
They were
tends to
like, I
get
mean, they grew up together, kind of, or out there in the East Bay. He was fucking with him tough. So yeah,
word.
but him and Ant too. I fucked with Ant a long time. My Ant was one of the only ones for a long time when it was small. You know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
and he was rocking, bro.
Yeah.
All the way back to when we were battling UGF from fucking San Mateo, bro. We were battling way back in the day.
UGF, what was that about?
I don't know. It was some fucking little crew that was fucking I don't know. It was that's how long ago it was though. It was like way back when we were in high school.
Oh wow, so like early 90s.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah. It's still going this strong, and obviously I never heard of them, so they fell off.
Yeah, they weren't nobodies, but I'm just saying that's how long he'd know. If he hears this, he'll know it. That was way back, bro.
I'll for sure reach out to Ansky and let him know and be like, hey, I did this podcast, and I'll send it.
Yeah,
to him
I got love for him and too. FaZe, all them dudes that were, they might not be rocking it no more, but they were at one point. Like motherfuckers held it down and still kept it to what it is today because them dudes, bro.
Yeah,
a whole bunch of dudes though. Like there's so many, like Meager, like I mean there's so many people. Like even out in the East Bay, like I was talking to Nave, like Tellum and like a lot of like old school, like I couldn't remember him, and he had to go real quick. I was trying to tell him like I couldn't remember all that. He had so many little youngsters running around with him though, and they were all rocking that shit for a minute. There's just so many I can't even remember. It's been so fucking long.
Right. Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, fuck, dude, 30 years of AMC, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of crews come and go, but it's tight to see AMC still rocking from what it was, back in the day as a small peninsula crew to now being an international recognized crew.
Yeah, it's tight. Just shows you, whatever you stick with it, and who knows where you can go.
Yeah, it's all about consistency.
Yeah, hell yeah. Cool. Well, shit. Yeah. Good looking out. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate you for redoing that shit. I try to just make sure, like I said, no one feels left out.
Yeah, for sure, man. And like I said, feel free to keep in touch. Yeah,
I will. Like I said, I'll call you in a couple of weeks, see how it's going.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, bro. Have a good one, huh?
Yeah, it's good talking to you.
All right, bro. Peace.
Late. All right, well, that concludes the episode. Once again, and I've said it a bunch of times, even while I was recording with Swerv, I think this podcast, the biggest thing is really documentation. And I'm gonna constantly push that for the rest of my life. It's something that I've actually thought about a lot more recently. Like for example, like my Flickr, and I really push the youth to adopt Flickr again. Instagram is just a fucking wash. And so if you go on Flickr, I mean, there is literally hundreds of thousands of pictures of graffiti that have been archived throughout the years from all these photographers. I mean, I myself, on my Flickr account, flickr.com/Bay Area Graffiti, Bay_area_graffiti, there's over 15,000 pictures that you can look at in high quality. You can zoom in and look at the details. Excuse me. And, it's just, I think it's a very vital tool to have other than just looking at a compressed picture on Instagram. So documentation for me has been very important. I mean, it's literally what Bay Area Graffiti has been. It's always been the number one thing that I started over 10 years ago, is to document graffiti here in the Bay Area. And this podcast is just another tool in my toolbox, right? So, my camera and now this podcast. I think this tool is obviously a lot cooler because it brings in a lot of the intimate stories into it. It's not just a picture of the piece. Sometimes you get to find out specifically, like an artist will say like, oh yeah, this is what the story that happened to get to that piece. And I think that's really cool. Hearing it from, the writer's perspective is definitely always a very interesting thought. So as a result, documentation for me is very key. Something that I've been very, really into for obviously over a decade now, just, doing photography with graffiti. But now that I'm doing this podcast and bringing these stories for you guys to listen, you guys get to hear the background stuff. So I think it was really cool to document, Swerv's story. It'll be forever immortalized on the internet. And it's something that, a couple years from now, he'll be able to get out and listen to, or, even 10 years from now, he'll look back on that. And I think that's very interesting. So, I feel very honored to document his story. And, for me, this was a really cool episode. Challenging at first, because once again, it's just straight recordings, but, it is what it is. You flow with the punches. Yeah, so end of the episode, I just want to thank you guys all for continuously listening to this podcast. I mean, that's really, it's not a driving force because I'm going to do it regardless. This is just something that I love to do. It's not, I'm not doing it for any reason other than just for the love of graffiti. I think it's just something that I truly love in my heart, and it's something that I genuinely appreciate. And I do graffiti for me, but I also have these tools available to me. I have the know-how, and if I can share that with the world, it's something that I'm very interested in. And as a result, paying attention to the analytics, seeing that this podcast is being listened to worldwide is just something that's like hella crazy to me, to know that like people, in Australia and like the UK is like, that's like the two biggest countries other than obviously the United States that listen to us. It's just very interesting. That this is connecting on such a bigger scale than I had anticipated. So anyways, as always, I always do links for how to follow. Because as of recently, I've found out that I am searchable on Audible. And it's just random. Because I mean, the distribution company that I go through, I know Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and then there's like 15 small little, like Podchaser, if you go, fmradio.com or or iHeartRadio, or one of those, there's a bunch of tiny little websites that also distribute our podcast. And I actually don't know the analytics for those. It's something that I should probably look into. But recently I found out that we're on Audible, and it's pretty cool because, people are just finding this podcast via search. So if you don't follow me already, you can find me on Instagram, Bay Area Graffiti. It's Bay_area_graffiti. If you're curious to see my personal graffiti, it's What's Your Name? But name is spelled Naym, which is just Myan backwards. As far as this episode is sponsored, it's sponsored by me, because I'm the only one that really does this, and the company that I was with, that you guys probably all associate me with before in previous episodes, I'm no longer with. I decided that ultimately it was just a better idea for me to leave, so I am no longer associated with them. So as a result, I have really thought about this, and I just think I've already created a company. I've pushed for it, I've grown it, and I've built clients, long relationship clients, and it shows that I can do it again. And so I decided to leave the company and start my own. So this episode is sponsored by LeftCoastSigns. That will be the new company that I represent. So it's just me. I'm pushing it. LeftCoastSigns is something that I invented in 2018 when I started sign painting. And I just used the name for the longest, and it's just LeftCoastSigns. And so I did, I've done large scale murals for big companies. I've worked with cities, and obviously just standard traditional sign painting on hand painted signs. So LeftCoastSigns is officially legally registered in California. I'm an official business, and I'm really excited to announce this to the world. If you need sticker printing, silk screen printing, banners, fucking pins, if you need your logo on a fucking lighter, I can get it done. I've been doing this for over a decade. When I got into the printing industry, I got into printing in 2012. It's now 2023. So 11 years of knowledge on what to do to get your product out there. So leftcoastsigns.com. is the new official website that I will be under. I set up a chat box on there, so you can literally chat with me online. If you want to give me a call directly, 415-579-2004 is the new business phone number. So, feel free to hit me up for sticker printing, as well as hand-painted signs and murals, So I'm over here hustling 24/7, and that's just what I will be doing when I'm not recording this podcast. Once again, I just want to thank everyone for the constant listening to our podcast. I have to actually get that verbiage out of my vocabulary to my podcast, listening to me, because this is just me from this point on. And, I'm grateful for all the people that constantly send me messages and feedback and how I can improve this podcast. And this podcast only gets better and better and better because I'm listening to everyone and what you guys are telling me. So, as far as March, I am trying to dial in a guest, but I'm also will be out of the country. I'm going to Japan for couple of weeks. Going to spend my birthday out there, and follow once again Bay Area Graffiti or What's Your Name, and you can see the shenanigans that I'm doing. That'll be a very exciting trip. So anyways, thank you once again for listening. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Why do you do it? And why don't you paint at home? And why do you go out and do it on the signs?
Because it's fun. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I accomplished something,
What have you accomplished?
Destruction.